My name is Heather Atcherson. I graduated from the University of Georgia, and I'm from Annapolis, Maryland. I actually started working for my dad, who's an OD in Maryland, in middle school and high school, and my only real exposure to the profession was through sending referral letters and scanning documents. So growing up, and when I was thinking about what I wanted to do in undergrad, I didn't really have optometry on my radar. I actually went into optometry as a graphic design major. And then that summer after my first year, I went and worked for him, and I actually did some teching work and workups, and I was doing some fundus photos. And the more I saw of the profession, all of a sudden I realized that I think I would really enjoy it. And so when I went back to school for my sophomore year, I switched to a biology degree, and I haven't looked back since. Once I went back as a sophomore as a biology major, I was in Georgia, and I sent out an email to all the local optometry offices asking if they needed any part-time help so I could get a little bit more exposure to the profession besides just my dad's office. And one office was very receptive, and they hired me about a month later, and I worked a couple days a week there and really got exposure to every area of practice. I worked in optical, I did some teching, I did workups for them, I helped with insurance. And then the doctor also worked with me to help do kind of pretend diagnosing of different things that I was seeing. So I got a whole lot of exposure there. And also I was in, just a pre-health professional degree program. So I talked to a lot of people that were pre-med and pre-dent, and I really liked the lifestyle and the flexibility of the profession of optometry over, being on call somewhere. I wanted to have a family at some point. And I want, the freedom to work part-time or full-time, to be my own boss or to work for someone else, and just the flexibility and the lifestyle that optometry has really appealed to me. So I came back and I was a sophomore, and I wanted to still finish on time. So in order to complete a biology degree in 3 years, I had to take a pretty heavy course load compared to a normal student that started out their freshman year. So I did have some AP credits that helped, but I was pretty much, all of my credit hours were in science classes. So I think that really helped me prepare because I had to learn how to balance all the different courses and balance the studying. But at the same time, the undergrad level of courses versus a graduate school level is a little bit different. It's a lot more challenging here. However, every class and everything that you're learning is going to apply to what you're doing for the rest of your life, versus me seeing the benefits of really studying hard for like an organic chemistry class or something that, I don't know when I was ever going to use it again. It's a lot easier here to almost want to study. So it is a lot different, and time management, you'll learn it, your first round of tests you'll be over prepared for because you're working so hard to make sure you're not going to fail out your first semester, the big change, but it really is doable, and everyone's in it together. So there's so many, group study sessions that we'll do together, and people will share study guides, and we all kind of are working together. It's not a competition here, and I really, really love the friendly, group community atmosphere that we have here at SCO. At SCO, we do a whole lot of work with the entire Memphis community. We're one of the few places that take just about every insurance or church benefit program. We do a lot of exams at no cost. So, the healthy people that don't have anything wrong and have great insurance may not be the ones coming here because they can go somewhere and get a 30-minute exam versus coming here and getting a very, very thorough exam. We're seeing people that may not have access to health care, to eye exams elsewhere. We're seeing just a very diverse group of people, and like I was saying, I haven't had a normal patient come through yet that hasn't had anything go wrong. So basically, you see it, every day of the week you'll see something that you may not ever see again in just a normal suburban city private practice. And so being here, having a full year of clinic exposure here, and then 3 different rotations on my extern site, I'm pretty sure that I'll be very, very well prepared for, whatever I may be exposed to once I get out and I'm on my own. So I came from Maryland originally, from Annapolis, and moving down to Georgia, it was a little bit of a culture shock at first, just the South in general, not in a bad way, but I had to get used to the heat, and I had to get used to, going somewhere, you're gonna have about a 30-minute conversation with a lot of the people that you meet, just going from store to store, and I love it. And, it's a little bit slower way of life. Everyone's so much more friendly, and just everywhere you go, people want to get to know you and want to talk to you. And at Georgia, I kind of knew when I was looking for schools that I wanted to stay in the South. My dad had gone to a school up north, and he was trying to push me to go there, but I love the way of life down here, and I love the people so much that I wasn't ready to get away from it. And so I did a lot of research. I knew starting my sophomore year that I wanted to go to an optometry school. And I talked to a lot of doctors in the area where I was from. I talked to a lot of my dad's friends that were doctors, and people that are still pretty high up in the profession right now. And everyone kept saying over and over again, go to SCO, go check it out. So I started my application to a couple of different schools. SCO, after doing research and reading and looking at pictures and just everything I heard about it, it was in my head as my number one. I finished my application here first, and I came for an interview one of the first weekends that they were doing interviews. And the second I walked into the school, the second I saw the eye center, I couldn't imagine how any other school could do it better. And I still feel that way. Once I found out I got in, the very next day, I got one of the Georgia contract seats. So I was getting, a reduced tuition. I also got a small scholarship for the 4 years I was here, and it was the first time in my schooling career where I actually felt like people were, the entire admissions office wanted me to be there. The communication back and forth. It was so friendly, and I still feel like SCO just has such a big community, and I'm proud to go here every day, and it's wonderful. My experience in Memphis and at SCO has been amazing. Again, I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. I had heard, be careful in Memphis, and it's all from people that have never been here before. And Memphis, I came here with an open mind, and I've lived on Mud Island. We just bought a house in a little around Midtown, and I just love exploring the area. There's so much to do here, and if you there's a lot of Facebook groups and organizations that are just promoting different things that go on in Memphis, and you'd be amazed what's going on and how involved you can be. And then at SCO, we're right in the heart of the city. We're right in the heart of where the need for eye care is. We've got amazing facilities. The eye center, there's no way you can walk in and be disappointed with the way the eye center is set up. And the curriculum, they're always changing. They're always making things better. The school, the same thing. The professors, they treat us like we will be their colleagues. And they're always open to, office chats and, really helping you succeed. Nobody is trying to, it's not like undergrad where they're trying to weed out students to go further along in the profession. And just the people, the teachers, the staff in the eye center, everyone is all on the same page, and it's just been amazing.